would highlight two big pieces of advice for first years and sophomores. First, have an open mind. Finance is such a broad industry, and there's so many fascinating, challenging jobs across countless number of firms, funds, companies. And I think it can be really easy to get a little bit overwhelmed with the really early interview processes, and you're just kind of swept up in what everyone seems to be doing. But I think it's still worth it and really essential to take the time to self-reflect and fully explore any and all options that really interest you within the finance industry. Because as Duke students, we have access to such a huge amount of resources, and we're also really lucky in that there are lots of doors that could potentially be open for us. And because of that, I think it's really important to give yourself the time to explore various roles, because I think at the end of the self-reflection process, you'll come upon a career path that's much more interesting and fulfilling to you, and you'll also end the process with a much clearer picture of what exactly you're interested in, and also why it is that you're pursuing the roles that you're pursuing. And the second piece of advice I'd give to underclassmen is to really invest the time in getting to know the people around you at Duke, especially the professors and upperclassmen, because none of us can do it alone. And having the support, the encouragement, the guidance of people that have faced the challenges you're currently facing, that have had the thoughts that you're currently wrestling with, having that guidance from these people can make such a big difference. I really would not be the person I am today without the mentors that have guided me over the last couple of years. And I think investing the time into these relationships up front is really key to actually making the most out of your experience at Duke. And in terms of advice for upperclassmen, I'd really suggest taking the time to reflect on a few different things. I think it can be really easy to kind of get on cruise control and take the path of least resistance after you've secured an internship offer or full-time job offer. But I think it's so important to really take the time to look inwards and double and even triple check how you felt about your internship experiences. I think it's important to ask yourself questions like, were your internships what you expected? Did you actually enjoy and take value from the work that you were doing in your internships? I think taking the time to be thoughtful about these things has been really important for me as I've thought more about what I might want my longer term career to look like. And it also has given me a much clearer picture of what it is I'm most excited about when it comes to my upcoming job, and also has given me a clear framework for understanding like what it is I want to get out of my first job out of Duke as well. And then I would also take the time to reflect on your first few years at Duke. I think it's really likely that there were people who've mentored you along the way. And if so, I'd really encourage you to take the time to try and pay that forward in whatever way you can by serving as a resource for underclassmen that may reach out to you. I think mentorship is really a two-way street, and beyond it being extremely helpful for those those students that are being mentored, I think it's an extremely fulfilling process to be on the other side of this and to serve as a mentor. So I highly suggest upperclassmen really engage with underclassmen that may reach out to you and really be willing to provide that time to serve as a mentor. And then finally, I'd suggest that upperclassmen reflect on, and be very thoughtful about how they can make the most out of every moment they have at Duke. We have access to so many incredible resources and people. So your networking, your discovery, your learning should not end after you've locked up your internship and full-time offers. We're all about to take just the first step of what will probably be very long careers. So I think I'd really advise upperclassmen to continue to learn and explore their intellectual interests while you all have the time, and also the incredible access to resources that we have right at our fingertips at Duke.